You guys asked for more chord substitutions, so I know you like the Nearness of You guitar lesson chord melody style. Hi, my dear jazz guitar friends all over the world. Sandra, Sherman here. Greetings from Austria. You'll learn all the beautiful jazz guitar chords and how to weave the melody in between them. I'll also explain the chord subs I used. I've made tabs and a backing track, which you can download from the link down below in the description box or from the card I put up here. We are in the key of F major and we have an AABC song form this time, and the A and the B sections are 8 bars each, while the C section is 12 bars, so we have a total of 36 bars. Here we go. All right, here are the first 6 bars. We start with the pickup before bar 1, and that's an F major, leads us to the F major. We start with that C, bridge over to the F, the G. It all starts on 3 and 1, 2, 3. And now count 1, I have the full F major 7 chord, which is 8, 10, 9, 10 in a 4 strings. You can strum through that or play hybrid picking like me, or use your fingers, doesn't really matter for that tune. Then I go through the lower 3 strings again. So I fill it up. This is not the melody is up here, but I fill up the space in between. And now I have a little substitution, the D minor 7 chord. We need this in the melody, and D minor 7 is within the is a degree, the 6th degree of the F major scale, so I can use it. And this is D minor 7, 7, 7, 6, 8 fret of the upper 4 strings. Another substitution going over to C sharp diminished. Actually, it's just a passing chord. Goes from D, C sharp to the next one will be C minor. 5, 6, 5, 6 upper 4 strings. Then I glide down to the 5th fret only. And now I have the C minor. And I play the C on, here's the root, and the upper 3 strings are barred, 3, and then the 4th and the 3rd fret. The melody on the 6th fret of the E string. Then a little bass run that leads me to the upcoming F7. That's a 2-5-1, C minor, F7, B flat. So we had C minor, little bass run on the A string, E flat, E to F7, just the shell voicing, F, A, and E flat, just these 3 strings. Then I go over with my pinky to the 10th of the B string, that's the A. Then a little passing note in the bass, B, that leads me to the resolution chord, the 1 chord B flat 6, 9. That's 6, 5, 5, 6. So that was a 2-5-1, and now I add a little melody myself that leads me to the next chord, right? So this is not the original melody, but I use it as a filler. That's the F, G, and A, and this A leads me to my next chord, the B flat major 7, because this now is the melody. I harmonize it by using the B flat major 7 chord, and so I try to find a melody that leads me to any of those chord tones, okay? I went for the bass one. B flat major 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, then B flat 6, that's, or G minor 7, but actually we're in B flat, so 3, 3, 3, 3, B flat 6 or G minor 7, all right? And then we have a D flat diminished chord. That's just in the chord, in the lead sheet. That's original chord, no substitution. That's 4, 6, 3, 6 in a 4 strings. And this one I move it up 3 frets because we can do that with diminished chords. Symmetrical chords can be moved up and down the neck 3 frets and it remains the same chord. Right, and since I need this melody, I just go up 3 frets. So now we have 7, 8, 6, 8. Then a little filler, D, G, and B strings. flat minor 7, 6, 6, 6, 6, A minor 7, just one to the left, but I only play up to the G string now, shell voicing. A, G, and C. I don't play the B string anymore. Play this twice or strum it twice. If you strum it, you have to mute the A string. A flat 7, that's a substitution for D7, because now we have an 2, 5, 1. A minor, A flat 7, 4, 4, 5, 2 strums again, taking me to the G minor, and since this is the C is in a melody, it's actually a G sus4, but it's supposed to be a G minor. So that's 3, no A string, 3 and 5. Then keep being barred, is that correct? Hold the bar chord, because we now need the D in a melody. Then the 5th of the B string and the 6th of the B string. Then I glide over to the 5 chord, the C7 flat 9. And this is a diminished chord. That's a substitution for a C7 flat 9. It actually is a C7 flat 9 without the root. So E diminished 7, 8, 6, 8. And now I harmonize the melody in 6th. F and E are harmonized with 6th of the F major scale. 6 and 7. And I play this with the, I glide, I use this as an anchor finger. So we have 7 and 6. Then we have 5 and 5. Right, same string pair. And that was it for phrase 1, and I'm gonna play through the entire phrase 1 now at slow tempo, so you hear it all at a reasonable speed. 1, 2, 3. Phrase number 2 is the first ending, so we're still in the A1 section. There will be a second ending for the A2 section. These are 2 bars, and we have a turnaround. Instead of 1, 6, 2, 5, this would be the standard turnaround. We now have a 3, 6, 2, 5. And actually the 6 is also substituted, and the 1 is substituted by the 3. In the key of F, the 3 is A minor. So we have an A minor 7 chord here, 7, 9, 8, 8. I play this twice. I actually strum through it the second time. Then we have, there would be the 6th degree D7 or D minor 7, and I substitute it by a flat major 7. So I go 1 down, 6, 8, 8, 8. I play 2 strums. The thing is, the melody remains here on the C. So you need to search for chords that all have that C on top. Then the 2nd degree is a G minor, and I need that C on top. That gives me a G minor 11. Actually it's G sus, because there is no minor 3rd in there, but it's supposed to be a minor, so I call it G minor 11. Play twice. And the 5 chord is a C altered, because we want to go back to the 1. We can alter this. That's a C 7 sharp 5. Here's the C. Well, here's another C, another root note. 8, 9, 9, 8. I play that once, short, and then I have the pickup again that leads me back to the A1 section. Right? C, F, G. Here is phrase number 2 at slow tempo. 3, 4. And here is the second ending. Please repeat phrase 1. These were the first 6 bars of the A1 section. And now we go to the second ending for this A2 section. And we have a 2-5-1 now, G minor or G half diminished to C7 to F major or D minor. So I'm substituting the G minor with a flat 5 substitution. That's the same thing I did before in the A1 section with that A flat major that stood for the sub for the D7. Now I sub a D flat major 7 chord for G minor or G half diminished. That's a tritone sub, okay? And you can not only do that with dominant chords, that's the usual way to do that, but on minor or half diminished chords, when you want to substitute minor or half diminished chords, major voicings are awesome. Awesome. So D flat major 7, 4, 6, 5, 6. I play that twice. Now for the C7 chord, I substitute again with a flat 5. And again, not with a dominant chord, but with a major chord. So C, tritone is G flat major. I go to this G flat major voicing. That's 9, 8, 6, 6. Play it twice again. And C resolves to F. It takes me to F6. That's 8, 7, 7, 6. And now I have a little substitution going on again. That leads me to the D minor chord, okay? I play a chromatic, a passing note that goes to E flat 9, that's 6, 5, 6, 6. And that E flat 9 stands for an A7 altered chord. It's a tritone sub again. And the A7 is the 5th of the D minor, of the upcoming D minor, right? So we have a sub 5 for the A7 that leads us to D minor. I play that once. And then I have a chromatic note. I have a little, that's a little bit like a walking bass here. Leads me to D minor 7, 5, 3, 5. But I keep this, I have this barred already because I now need the D, E, F. We had this before, right? With a different chord though, with the G sus chord. Right, and that was it for phrase 2, phrase 3, second ending. And let me play this for you at slow tempo now. 3, 4. Welcome to the B section. We have a lot of substitutions going on here, so let's check them out. First bar already, we would have an entire bar of G minor 7 with the top note G, which is really boring. That's the root. Let's check out the chord first. That's the G in bass, 10, 8, 10, 8 in a 4 strings. If I play that, strum that like for 4 quarters, that's really boring. So what I did is I looked at what's the next chord. Actually, we have a 2-5-1 going on again, G minor, C7, F major. So the next bar is the C. I want some resolution. I roll it up from behind. I want 4 quarter notes in there. So 1 G minor 7 and 3 substitutions for that. And I check out, I need this on top all the time. And I check it out from behind. C9, what leads me to C9? The 5 of C9 is G7, dominant chord. And the sub 5, tritone substitute, is used all the time in jazz. So I use the last chord will be a D flat 7 flat 5. That's not the second chord, mind you, the last chord. Then the chord before that, I put a 2 of the G7. That's the tritone sub. So I'm going to show these chords to you in a second. I just roll up from behind, okay? The 2 chord is a D minor then to the G, but I use the tritone. And the chord before that, D minor, will be a tritone subs for D minor, which we already had. That will be an A flat major. D, the tritone sub is A flat. in this case major. You can go for major or dominant chords when you do tritone subs. Doesn't matter what sounds best to you. For minor chords, major usually sounds better. Okay, so the first strum will be that G minor 7. The second one now will be that A flat major. Here's the A flat, 11, 10, 8, 8 in a 4 strings. Then the 2 chord for the G7 will be D minor 11, 10, 10, 10, 8. And for the G7 I use a D flat 7 flat 5 tritone substitute. That's the D flat here, B, F and G. Right? So that bar goes over to the C9. Here's the C. 8, 7, 8. On purpose I did not choose this C9 because this has no rooting bass. Usually that's okay, but I wanted that bass line in there, so I went for this one. All right, so we have here's the resolution. Actually, that's the 5 chord, but it's a resolution to the whole substitutes. For the whole substitutes, now we have a melody. Pinky goes to the E, F, and index is best for the G, because now I can slide or glide over to that C9 sus4 chord, C, B flat, D and F. Stretch over or play it alone to that E. And now we have the resolution of the whole thing, of the whole 2-5-1. That was actually only a 2-5-1 with a lot of substitutions in there. F major 7. Yeah, we had this before. 8, 10, 9, 10. Then the melody on the G string. C minor 7. 2 strums. 8, 8, 8. Shell voicing only up until the G string. Shell voicings don't go to the B string. When you start on the E string at least. Then the 5 chord F7, 8, 7, 8, shell voicing again, 2 strums. And now play tritone sub for F. After tritone is B, so you see this really nicely here. So I play, that's a B7, and we need this in a melody, so this is gonna be a B flat 7 flat 5. But I first just play the shell voicing till the G string. And then I play those Fs twice. Right? And B flat major 7. Oh, here we are, sorry. Here's B flat 8, 10, 10, 10. This is supposed to go over a whole bar again, so I put something in front, I added something, a substitute. Actually, it's not a substitute, it's something that leads us to the upcoming A half diminished chord, and that's an E7 flat 9 chord. And this is an E7 flat 9 chord, but it's a diminished chord, which is about the same, just no root in there. 9, 10, 9, 10. Twice, and here is the A half diminished. A, 8, 8, 8, 7, 8, 8, 8. Twice. The 5 chord is a D7 flat 9 chord, same as the E up here. So 7, 8, 7, 8. D7 sharp 5. 10, 10, 11, 11. Being played once. And now this goes to a 2-5-1. D minor 11. We had this. 10, 10, 10, 8. Played twice. The G7 is, I substituted again for a D flat 7 flat 5, which we had before. And here is the G minor 7 with D in bass, because leads better somehow. So that's like the G minor 7 we had before, but with D in bass. 10, then 8 of the D string, 10 and 8. Played it twice. And then the 5 chords C7, 8, 8, 9. Really short, because now we have the pickup again. That leads us to the A section. Wow, that was long and much, I know. That's why I'm gonna play it slow now, okay? 3, 4. For the C section, please repeat phrase 1. That's the first 6 bars of the A1 section. And now we have the third ending, and this makes it the C section actually. So we are here on the A half diminished chord. 7, 8, 8, 8. We had this strung 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And now I want to go to the D7, but I use a little run to go to the melody note. We're in the key of B flat major. This is the 7th degree, so I play the A Locrian scale, which is the B flat major scale. I start on the C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Those are 16th notes. They are being played straight, no shuffle here. And this leads me to the melody tone C, which I harmonize by a D7 flat 9 chord, which is a diminished chord again. 7, 8, 7, 8. And we already know that all the diminished chords repeat themselves all 3 frets. So I do that because the melodies. So I play 3 down. I can't harmonize this, so I played single note. Go back up, harmonize, can't harmonize this, so single note and chord again. I stay in this shape all the time, but I just press, when I play that single note, I just don't press against the strings here. Oh, sorry. All right. And then we have the 2-5-1, last cadence. That's the G minor 9 chord. It's the same as the B flat major we had before. Always depends what you see as the root. G minor gives us a G minor 9 chord. B flat gives us a B flat major chord. So this time it's a G minor 9 chord. 8, 10, 10, 8. Strum once. And now I'll play a little line again in the key of, we're in F major. G Dorian this is. Little embellishment, hammer pull, going to the 3rd, 6, 3, all right? 1, 2, again, so you get that phrasing. 1, 2, 1, 2, and now the 5 chord is a C7, so I play a C sharp diminished, which is a C7 flat 9. 4, 6, 3, 6. Then I play a really cool chord because we have the F in the melody on a C chord. What you're gonna do then? That's the avoid note. C sus flat 9. I have a video on exactly that chord and where it comes from, the 2nd degree of the melodic minor scale. It's so awesome. 8. Check it out. 8, 8, 6, 6. And then another C7 flat 9 chord, which is the same shape, just moved 3 to the right. 7, 8, 6, 8. And now we have the last actually this is the last cadence, sorry. G minor, C7, F. So G minor I substitute again as I did before with the D flat major 7 chord. 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Then I play straight 8 notes to fill, right? I don't swing these anymore. And here's a little trick for that last. The C7 is substituted by a G flat. We had this before. And this time I play a G flat major 13. Why is that? I want to end on that F6 chord. So what I do, the trick is ending trick. I move everything except for the final note. I move everything one to the right. It's a little tricky. So don't push it, but rather pull to the left. So now we have 9, 8, 8, 6, and that is a G flat major 13 chord. Then again in straight 8 notes, D, G, and B string, and then I move them back in, and I have my final F6 chord. All right, and here's phrase number 5 at slow tempo. 3, 4. You may also want to check out my chord melody playlist and my ballads playlist. If you like this video, as always, please give it a fat thumbs up and share the love and the knowledge. I hope to see you next week. Servus, baba.